good evening, or I should just say good day, wherever you are at, locally, globally, internationally. I want to welcome you to a makeup live audio, which will be ready for replay once I get done. And so, thank you for tuning in to Aisha Speaks Jade podcast. Again, this is a makeup live audio that will be available for replay once I get done. And I appreciate you in advance for listening. I hope that you share. I hope that you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to join my platforms. And I'll tell you where I'm located at once I get done with the topic this evening. So welcome to Aisha Speaks Jade podcast, where I am your hostess and podcast creator, Aisha, also lovingly known as Jade. And so what topic I want to speak about is tricks to learn everything faster. Yes, tricks to learn everything faster. So I want to get into this, and hopefully these gems will be useful for you. You might already be doing them. You may not, but if you're not, perhaps you'll keep an open mind. If you are doing them, make sure that you continue to use them. And if you have other tricks to learn everything faster, definitely leave them in the comments, okay? Because this is going to get posted on all my social medias. And so therefore, you can leave them on any one of my social media platforms in the comment box. So again, tricks to learn everything faster. And the first would be break down difficult skills into smaller ones. So if you're that person that gets overwhelmed, or, it's just frustrating and you can't, do things in bigger portions, then try breaking them down into smaller ones, okay? Taking each small step, like taking one footstep at a time. Try breaking, your task down into smaller ones, smaller skills. The next one would be focus on one sub skill at a time. And if you're like me, I want to do it all. Gotta be honest. I want to do everything all at once. Not a good look for me. Now, it may work for other people, and if it do, my hat goes off to you, because the minute I try to do everything, and I'm still a work in progress, because sometimes one side of the brain is like, girl, you know better, break it down. On the other side, it's like, girl, I just want to do everything and don't care. But that doesn't look too good for me. It tends to be too much for me. So focus on one sub skill at a time. And when you're done with that one, check it off and then go to the next one. The third one would be celebrate your mistakes and learn from them. Okay. And I know that's like, what do I want to celebrate? Celebrate me making mistakes, but those mistakes are learned lessons, and you can learn from them so that hopefully you don't make that same mistake twice. So celebrate your mistakes. Like I was told when I first joined in the Buddhist community, like I was in a period of my life where it was just kind of crazy. Things overall was just crazy, not only for myself, but things were going on in my family. And, I went because I just felt like that was like the last drawing point, because I went to everywhere else and it just did not seem to go right. So I went to this Buddhist community center back home in Philly. And again, I was just in a crazy time of my life. And so I went there and I'm crying because things were going on. And these people were looking at me like, smiling. And I'm looking at them like, what are they on? Right? But they weren't on any drug or anything. It was just a very natural, organic high. Nothing, no substance. And they were like, congratulations. And I'm crying and I'm pouring my heart out like, this is what's going on in my life. This is what's going on in my family. Ooh, help me, help me, help me. And they were like, congratulations. And I'm like, congratulations? What are they talking about? I want some of what they have. Maybe it might calm me down. But no, they were like, pretty much your life is going to turn around and it's going to get better. And also, when you go through things, you're going to learn how to be able to deal with them. So, yes, celebrate those things. I know that's hard to understand right now, but you will get it. And I get it now. Sometimes, even though I do get it, I'm stubborn. I can be petty. I can be stubborn. I can admit my flaws. Okay. So when I'm in my funky moment, I'm like, sometimes I just don't want to hear that. But those are learned lessons. Okay. Your mistakes. So celebrate your mistakes and learn from them. Number 4 would be shorter periods of study every day instead of long ones every week. So I don't know, about 30 minutes or no more than an hour, right, of study time, because, as people, our attention spans are short a lot of times. Maybe not everybody, but a lot of us have short attention spans. So instead of those long study periods, make or take shorter ones, okay? Number 5 would be monitor your progress and recognize yourself, okay? So monitor what you're doing. Kind of monitor what you're doing and recognize yourself. And with recognizing yourself, that kind of, for me, kind of ties into that number 3 with celebrating, like it's suggested to celebrate your mistakes. Celebrate your rewards. Celebrate your triumphs, your things, your tasks that you accomplish. Celebrate those too. Number 6, quiz yourself. Get back to becoming familiar with yourself, right? Because it starts with you at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. Quiz yourself. See if there's something that you can better yourself on. It's like you're taking a test on yourself, right? To see what your strengths and your weaknesses are, and what you can do to change some things. Number 7 would be teach other people. We all have a gift, I believe, whatever that gift is. So teach other people, okay? This is number 8, apply the 80-20 rule. Right now, I don't really have time, and my apologies is not meant in a bad way, but apply the 80-20 rule. And knowing me, like I'm doing right now, I'm going to see what it says. So, in simple terms, when it's related to the 80-20 rule in business, it says here, let me just kind of, so it might say like two things. So the 80-20 rule in business and investments. The 80-20 rule has found applications in business management for business sales. 20% of a company's customers are responsible for 80% of the sales. Also, 20% of the employees are responsible for 80% of the results. So I wanted to see if there was like any other, something else. So what 80-20 is? A true 80-20 requires 2 sets of data. It's typically used to analyze effort, result, or input-output. So again, if you want to go kind of deeper into what that 80-20 rule is, my suggestion is definitely just to kind of Google it if you don't know what it means already. But that was the very short kind of answer to it. So apply that 80-20 rule. That was number 8. And number 9, lastly, create a learning ritual. Kind of get on this ritual or schedule, something that's going to be consistent. And with that, that means for me that I have to not only be consistent, but I have to discipline myself and hold myself accountable, right? So create a learning ritual. So let me just kind of go back through them briefly. And again, I'm talking about tricks to learn everything faster. So number 1 was break down difficult skills into smaller ones. Number 2 was focus on one sub skill at a time. Number 3 was celebrate your mistakes and learn from them. Number 4 was shorter periods of study every day instead of a long one every week. 5 was monitor your progress and recognize yourself. 6 was quiz yourself. 7 was teach other people. 8 was apply the 80-20 rule. And lastly, number 9, create a learning ritual. So guys, again, I hope that these gems were very helpful to you. As always, I love dialogue. I love people sharing their experience as well, what helped them, what didn't help them, how did they deal with it, like real life situations in our personal life, in our work life, in our having our own business life, our entrepreneur, our life coach, like just real life situations. So my next fun part that I love going to is if you have not joined my social media platforms, please and thank you in advance, of course, join my social media platforms. I am on Facebook, IG, Twitter, and I have a YouTube channel which you can go to and subscribe. You can find me at Aisha Speaks Jade. Facebook, IG, Twitter, and YouTube, Aisha Speaks Jade. You can go to my YouTube and subscribe by hitting the thumbnail. Also, when you go and hit that thumbnail, that will allow you to catch any lives, which that's something I'm going to work on. But definitely I have all of my replays, or I have quite a bit of them on there, okay? So just go check me out, leave your messages, show me them thumbs up, show me them hearts, leave comments, all of that good positive stuff. Also, I am on LinkedIn. You can find me at Aisha Jade Speaks. Aisha Jade Speaks. That's my LinkedIn. People, make sure that you continue to know your self-worth and value, love and respect yourself. Like Nike says, just do it. Don't forget, create those vision boards. And when you go through challenges, make sure to catch it, check it, and change it. It's not always easy, but it can be accomplished. And with that in mind, enjoy the rest of your day, whatever time zone you're in. Have a better tomorrow. Till next time, Nam Yoho Ren Kyo, Ashe, and so it is.